What's good, real ones? Your boy Sam, and welcome back to Reality one more week. Yeah. So this week we're just gonna talk about something that has been on the mind of a lot of people from even before it started to get a little bit of attention, And this is the front seat debate. Who should get the front seat? Whether it's the wife or the mother, and so on. So yeah. Go and pick this one apart. Let's get into it. Okay, so before I get into this, I feel like I just need to remind everyone out there that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, right? So what I say may not really coincide with what you say, and vice versa, but that shouldn't cause for any disrespect between anybody, whether it's me or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own opinions, everyone is entitled to them. So yeah, with that being said, moving on. So I believe that the natural order of things is that the man is at the front, wife beside him in the front seat, right? Everyone else is at the back, parents, siblings, friends, kids, in that order. If the one above isn't available at the moment, the second one steps up. So on and so forth, like a business, Almost everything is run like a business nowadays. But yeah, you get the point. So if the wife isn't there, parents going somewhere, they take the front seat, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the case is that both are present, then I would say that the natural order, how it's supposed to go, is that the wife should be up there with the husband in the front and the parents take the back, mom or pops, because like going off of biblical order, the man leaves his parents, joins with his wife, and they're one flesh. So I mean, it would just make sense if the two halves of the flesh, they're the top of the vehicle, I don't know, it just seems simple to me. You can't have one piece of the front and the next at the back, But yeah, that's the natural order to me. I personally though don't really care who's at the front, who's at the back, because we're all going to the same destination, right? And whether in the front or the back, it doesn't affect the relationship with me and you in any way. If you're my friend, you take the back seat, you're going to be my friend when you come out of the back seat. My wife is still going to be my wife when she comes out of the vehicle. Mother's still going to be my mother. So as long as we reach the same destination, it really doesn't matter to me personally. I'd say the first person who gets picked up first, they get the seat. Like, that makes sense, right? It makes sense to me. So I personally, I'm not married, you know what I'm saying? But I can almost certainly say that when I get married, my wife and I will be living in the same household. Henceforth, if any planning supposed to go on, if we're supposed to go anywhere with parents or whomever, my wife would be at home with me at the starting point. Hence fifth, my wife will be there when we're going into the car. Hence sixth, she'll be in the front seat, right? So yeah, and if it's a case where I guess we're leaving from a place, an event, or wherever we're all gathered together and we're leaving, then I'd say we just keep the same formation, and there's no need to change it up. Like how we went there, to take that same position, come home, like it's not that complicated. If it's a case where like your mom is kind of on the bigger side, you know what I'm saying, or your wife is on the bigger side, then I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult for either one to show a little bit of consideration for the size. given that there is not enough leg room at the back to hold a bigger person, then I'd say some consideration could be shown, right? If mom is on the bigger side, then I'm sure my wife can take into consideration the size and give her the convenience of sitting in the front seat. Likewise, if my wife is on the bigger side, then I'd expect my mother to respect, my relationship with my wife and to just say, oh, give her the front seat if I pick her up somewhere. Like say for example, I pick my mom up from somewhere and then my wife needs to be picked up from somewhere else and she's on the bigger side, you know what I'm saying? Then I just expect my mother to show the consideration, given that my mother isn't on the bigger side. I try not to offend anybody, but yeah, some consideration can be shown, like it's just a vehicle, and as I said before, the relationships don't change in or out of that vehicle. So yeah, I don't know why there's a lot of conflicts and people bugging out about who gets the front seat. If you get the front seat, I care about you more, or whatever the case may be. For me personally, that's just foolish, that's stupid, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it, because I guess it's because I've been taking the bus my whole life, so just not having to do that is good enough for me. I don't know, bro, that really shouldn't be an issue, but people fight over these things nowadays, so
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So yeah, as I said, it really doesn't matter, because wherever we go, and for your friends as well, like considering size wise, if you're making a plan, you put the bigger ones at the front so they don't sink down the vehicle. Probably bust your tire on a pothole or something, but for real, all that has to be put into consideration. The size, everything. But as I said, still, it doesn't matter to me if I'm not the one driving and like I'm in the front seat and someone who's bigger than me like needs it because of the leg room or whatever the case may be. I'd be happy to give up my front seat for that. Like, I don't want to stress it enough that we're going to the same place. We're going to the same place, like, okay. But yeah, it's just my opinion still. Feel free to drop yours in the comments. Do it, share your thoughts, and don't forget to like if you made it this far. Please, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And as I said before, you leave your comments to whether you can leave your stories if it's happened to you before, or if you know a situation where that happened to someone, there's a conflict or whatever, or you can just say how you feel on the topic, whether it has to go this way, this person has to sit in the front with me or whatever. You can leave that and we can have a discussion going, and as I said, please be respectful because everyone is entitled to their own opinions, right? So thank you. Share the video, share it to all your people, your friends, your family. You can have it at your next family meeting to decide who sits where. But yeah, thanks again, and I appreciate the support as usual every single week. So yeah, just remember to continue to stay safe, stay real. I'll catch you in the next one.